All right, guys, let's get our ingredients for the stew. We're going to be using the tomato and pepper paste we made. Check out the last video. I showed you how I stored this tomato and pepper paste, and see it's still as fresh as the day I made it. So we're going to use this one because it's the one with the that's the smallest. The others are full. So look at it, still very fresh. We're going to get this. All right, and then we need some spices. We're going to be getting some bouillon powder or onga sachet. Let me just get these. I'm not using all, I'll just use one. All right. Okay, then what do we need? Do we need cubes, seasoning cubes? I think the one we have here is good for now. Then we also need some seasoning here. We need thyme. What else do we need, guys? We need curry. What else? Rosemary to season our chicken for the stew. That's about it. We're already using fresh peppers, so I don't need the ground pepper. Okay, let's take our ingredients, and of course we need salt, right? Okay, so let's go to the kitchen. Okay, so here we have the chicken ready to go for the stew. We're going to season it with our seasoning and allow it to absorb that seasoning. All right, so let's go ahead and season. We have we have some onions here. Let's put some onions in. We have it cut 2 ways, diced and sliced. So it doesn't matter however you cut it, to still serve its purpose. All right, so we have the onions. I'm just seasoning everything now. So we're gonna put now blended ginger and garlic. You know, it has to be really flavorful. Then we're going to put pepper. This is fresh pepper. You can skip it if you don't like pepper, but this is fresh habanero pepper. We want it to really be spicy, so the chicken will really have some kick to it. All right, now we're going to start adding our seasoning. Let's get a clean dry spoon. All right, we have curry. We have to season this thing generously so that the flavor will really come through. If you don't like much curry, you can reduce, basically season to your taste. Okay, and next we have thyme. My niece is helping me on the side, if in case you're wondering, do you have 3 hands? Actually, no. I'm being helped out on the side. All right, or assisted. So now we have salt to taste. I'm not going to put too much. Okay. And then we have some rosemary here. The chicken has to really be flavorful. Rosemary, don't put too much because it's very strong. And now we have the bouillon powder. Okay, this is just the brand I'm using. It tastes really good in stew, so you can use any cube, seasoning cube, stock cube. All right, so now that we're good to go, we're going to place this on the heat. Okay, and let's rock and roll. There we go. I want it on medium heat for now. I didn't put any water. We're going to allow the chicken's juice to really seep out and cook for a little bit. Once the steam starts to come out, or once it starts to cook a little bit, I'll stir the chicken and then we'll let it cook some more. So we're using the pot. We just emptied out the chicken. So now I'm adding oil. That should be enough for the stew. Let's make sure. All right. All right, we have our oil is hot. I'm gonna put in some onions. Alright guys, so this is the tomato paste we made last week. I think it's about 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. So let's see. Look at, as fresh as new. Look at this. It can last months and months and months. No added vinegar, no added salt. I just used vinegar to sterilize the rim. Go watch that video to see. And look at 2 weeks later, I pulled it out of the pantry and it's still fresh. Let me smell it. Oh, it smells so fresh. It smells so fresh. We need to be preserving our tomatoes and peppers just this way, and it's ready to go. I don't need to cook it some more. It's already ready to go, ready for the stew. All right, so let's take it to the pot. All right, guys, so here it is. Look at how thick it is. Very thick. And we're making a lot of stew, so, or 1 pot of stew. So this is even more than enough. And it's still very fresh. It's been in the pantry, like I said, for 2 weeks. So once you sterilize your mason jars, you really cook down the tomatoes and pepper or whatever mixture you blend. Cook everything. Go watch the video. You see how I preserved it, and see it's as fresh as the day I packaged it or I bottled it. So that's a very good method if you want to store all your tomatoes and peppers for months in the cabinet, rather than putting it in the fridge where to get spoiled. So if you put it in the freezer, you have to defrost it to get, you know, water will enter it, because when it freezes, somehow moisture gets into it. So you have fresh tomatoes and peppers ready to go. Okay, so we have the ginger and garlic mixture. Let's add that in. All right, give it a stir. I added the leftover pepper, but that's optional, so you can probably see it here, specks of pepper. All right, next we're going to add the stock. This is the stock from the chicken. but we'll just give this about a minute to fry. Stock, I'm going to strain it out by adding the stock. There we go. Okay, here we have all the renderings from the chicken and so on. I don't want that in my stew at this point, so I'm just going to strain out all the flavor. Okay, and then here's the stew. Give that a stir. All right, guys, so we're going to add water. And I'm not just using ordinary water. Obviously, we can use water, right? But I still have some tomato water that I strained when I was canning my tomatoes. Go watch that video. Rather than waste it, I put it inside mason jars and put them in the fridge. So that's what I'm going to use here instead of regular water, because we still have all the nutrients from the tomatoes in there. So, yep. We're going to put it here and let it boil. The rice is ready. Seasoning powder. I've tasted it, so now you're going to season to your taste, which I'm doing. Okay, then add a little bit of thyme, just a little bit. You know, we've already added the stock. And then just a little bit of curry. And lastly, a little bit of salt. A dash of salt. Okay, give that a stir. Now we can put the chicken. Okay, we have chicken in there. Then I have some air fried dried liver. Liver is good for you, so I'm adding it in. It's going to be yummy, 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 yummy. All right, let's go ahead and add some more. I gotta leave some to chew, right? All right, how many of you like liver? Let me know in the comment section below. I love liver, and it's beef liver, by the way. So just stir it and let that boil for a little bit, and our stew is ready. All right, the stew is ready and it smells so good, so good. So we are ready to dish the meal. I have chicken in there, I have liver, beef liver in there. It smells good and tastes awesome. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next video. If you're not yet a subscriber, hey, what are you waiting for? It is free to subscribe. Give me a thumbs up, share this video, and I'll see you next time. Alright, bye.